extra hot. I'm winging it. I'm going with that one. Nice. Welcome back to Johnny Custom Glock's Front Sight Press. First show of the year. Good to get rocking with the first Tuesday of the month.
First Tuesday of the year.
Thursday because I went back to school on Thursday.
Yeah, it's the first Tuesday of the year. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Hope
New Year.
everybody had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year.
Oh, we're drinking already?
Oh, I'm drinking already. What a bad day.
You've been partying all day. What are you talking about?
I've been with some great people today, right? Trying to make me not have a bad day. All right?
I actually forgot you were there, weren't you?
No? What are you talking about?
Oh,
Happy anniversary!
happy anniversary.
Like a chair, like a chair, like a chair. Here's what we got going on the first Tuesday of the month. We're just giving away 3 chances to win the bag. We're going to stuff more stuff in it. And we're going to give this away probably the first week in February. So the first Tuesday in February,
Thursday.
we're giving that away. I want to put some more cool stuff in it, some other get-home type stuff in it. All right? So before we get rocking, because I'm going to be very cranky tonight. So I'd like to thank our sponsors, our king sponsor, Johnny Custom Glocks. Timing not on. We're going to have a meeting and have a practice so I can get... You were making fun of me, you lost it. Good job. All right? So, life is too short to have a Glock trigger that sucks. And trust me, it's worth the money to have a great trigger. Okay? I teach new shooters all the time. I teach, experienced shooters and stuff like that. And there's nothing better than going like, here's your trigger. That's not bad. Here's my trigger, and have them go like this. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's what you get. You get a feeling the trigger's so friggin' good. All right? So go get yourself a Johnny Custom Glock trigger. Tell me you want a Mad Dog McGowan trigger, because that is the best self-defense trigger out there. Don't listen to him. He thinks he knows what he's talking about. Oh, look at me with all those followers on YouTube. Let me tell you everything about Glocks, because I know everything about Glocks. Yeah? Mad Dog McGowan trigger. Best trigger he makes. See? Hold on, he's calling me. All right. Pilgrim ammunition.
Nice.
All I got to say is, okay, whatever that means. Put the wrong ones up? Oh, okay. No Pilgrim. All right. So, Pilgrim ammunition, it's in stock. All right, follow on everything. All right, but it's like this. That is the best self-defense ammo out there on the planet. All right? It's the most advanced. It's designed for a reason. Okay? So if you live in New York, you probably can't get it, but you should have it to shoot all the friggin' criminals that are now aren't criminals.
Keep talking. Hello,
I'm talking. All right? So, that is the best self-defense ammo. That's what I protect my family with if I should, God forbid, ever have to protect them. All right? But if you don't like your family, don't get Pilgrim, because that is the best ammo out there. So maybe you don't like your family. Maybe you don't think your family's worth it, right? You know what I'm saying? So, because maybe you're just, a shitbag or something, but whatever. But if you're not a shitbag, you should carry Pilgrim ammunition in your self-defense guns. Whether it's a handgun, long gun, I don't know, some sort of weird necklace, or whatever they have out there. That's what you should have in there is Pilgrim ammunition. It's just the best out there. I've been carrying that type of ammo for probably over a decade.
Yeah.
Right? And if you ever want to see what it does, let me know and I'll send you a video. Just don't eat before you watch the video. Because every time I watch that, I'm still watching the video going, woo! And I get all warm inside. All right? So, Pilgrim Ammunition. You gotta check them out. All right. Travi Mac Foundation. Like if you think kids should have a shitty day, don't donate to the Travi Mac Foundation, because kids who are having a bad day up in the University of Maryland Children's Hospital, these people go in and they pay for people to come in and play music for them, to teach them music, just to do something so their day is just not shitty. All right? But if you think sick kids should have shitty days, don't donate to them, because they're the exact opposite of that, trying to make kids' life better. So look them up, donate to them, find Blakely Kane, give him money, tell him you want to support that, because that is just a great charity to give to. And we need to get Blakely Kane on here. We need to set up a date and do some sort of shoot, pig roast, and then we can get Skinny to come down and cook something.
I don't think he's ever coming back here.
He hates it?
Well, I get that
Living
impression.
on the mountain, like, leave
Right.
me on the mountain.
I get that impression, yeah.
All right, so Travi Mac Foundation, look them up. It is a great charity to give to. All right, I'd like to thank Tony up at Military Case Surplus, always hooking us up with our cases when we go up there.
He doesn't have a sound effect?
What's that? Military Case Surplus.
You get a sound of like a
Hold on.
coffin
Hold on.
closing or something. I don't know. No, you got to get like some trunk slamming or some coffins closed, like clamp, something like that.
They say sound effects cost money.
No, I can do it right now.
There we go.
Very good.
I won't even bill you for that.
There it is. All right, so you gotta go up see Tony. He's got all kind of great cases. We got rifle cases from him. We got cases you can put bodies in. Like they had a case up there so big, I bet you I could have lived in it. Did you see that one when I walked inside? It's like 6.5 feet tall. It's like 4 feet deep.
In
It's
Florida-
a giant ass pelican.
In Florida, what's that? 250, 300 grand?
About that, yeah.
Yeah.
It was vertical. If we put it horizontal,
Yeah. You can
if we had one this way and one that way,
slap it in the middle of the field somewhere. That's a $500,000 piece of real estate.
somebody from California and New York be buying that stuff up.
Yeah,
There it is, one bedroom, one bathroom.
one bathroom case, 250. No low ballers. Cash only.
No low ballers.
Yep. Closing in 10 days.
Blakely's watching.
Blakey, start
He's
thinking
not
about
playing
what we're going
tonight?
to do as a charity. I want to do something big.
We went to the car show in downtown Lakewood Ranch last night. He was playing at the Irish pub, so we popped in for a little bit and listened to some sets.
We could do it.
I walked in and I yelled out, "Play some Skinner!" And you know what he did?
What? Gave
He
you the finger?
immediately started playing some Skinner.
No, he didn't.
True story.
Yeah.
You know how special you got to be to get him to play Skinner?
I know, because he hates
Like-
it when people shout
That's
that
right.
out. But I walked in and I
You know
shouted
how
out,
much he hates it.
Skinner, and he goes, "Okay." I was like, all right, there you go. It's all about respect, I guess. He doesn't want to, if I ask for it, I think it was more the little one.
Everybody loves you. You know that.
So we went into the pub with ice cream that we had already bought from another establishment and sat at one of their tables for like 45 minutes listening to music and ate our own ice cream.
There you
And then
go.
we left. The lady was like, "Oh, thanks for coming." I'm like, "No problem.
Not a problem. You guys got great ice cream. We don't have ice cream.
Thanks for hosting. Your milkshake was great."
Your shamrock shake.
Cat,
That's
Blakely
on,
Kane.
JB's on. Yeah.
Oh, because you didn't
Oh, because you didn't yell
Free
free
Bird.
bird.
I
Am I
did not
missing
yell
a
Free
sponsor?
Bird. I yelled Skinner.
Shannon
Skies and
Rich.
Chaos?
No, you're missing us.
Oh.
Oh,
holy
Mars
crap.
Productions. Come on, man.
Well-
Your mom's going to get angry.
Shannon Rich is watching.
Shannon, the cannon. Like he's probably doing that in his trailer because he's doing so many friggin' movies.
Yeah. Hey, his movie opens tomorrow.
Which one is it?
Commando.
Yes.
What? Who?
Nice.
Somebody's got a movie tomorrow? What?
Yeah.
What's going on?
So we've forgotten Mars Vision Productions.
Uh-oh.
All right. I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm out of. I wasn't getting any help in the green room.
We got there like 5 minutes before.
Jimmy Kemp's on.
Yeah, Austin, and Kathy not feeling well, so I hope they feel better. I didn't get to see them tonight.
Oh.
JB's on.
Yeah.
You know it's like 9 feet tall right there, right?
But it's
And you're
in
looking on your phone.
I know. I can see more of it on my phone.
What's that? Everybody hear that?
No.
Hold on. Do it again.
SRQ Live Studios now accepting live shows. If you want a live show, come down to Mars Vision Productions at 4377
There you go.
Can I-
Everybody hear that?
Can I do a Dead show?
Yeah. You like the Dead?
They're all right. I'm more of an Eagles fan, but that's all right.
So to give you an idea, like our guy Gus, right? Gus Molasses just did the Patriots Pulse, right before he was on. He records his and then he'll put it on at 9 o'clock. You know, he's all fired up tonight because it's the anniversary of one of the worst days in American history. Like, oh my God, it was so bad. The insurrection and all the insurrectionists.
Treason.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
So bad. So bad. So bad. Not like the treasonous bitches running this country right now. Like people that don't give a shit about this country are going to talk about one of the worst days in American history. Like, do you even know American history?
No.
How about when they burned down all the cities over the summer? That was okay.
Pearl clutching.
You need to give that woman a raise because she is way too good. Pearl clutching.
Clutching the pearls.
It's like you don't even know what a bad day in America is because you don't know anything about America. You stupid, ignorant. I'll be nice because you're here. But tonight would have definitely cost me a lot of money because I am so sick of these ignorant bastards. Like, give me a friggin' break. Comparing January 6th to Pearl Harbor or 9/11. Like, seriously? Like, seriously.
Unbelievable.
Like, AOC was hard. She was so scared. Like, you weren't even there.
Right?
But I'm glad you got on in front of the news and said how horrible. Oh, I'm just so scared.
Look, man. We know it's just because you want to date her and she won't date you.
Yeah,
So
that's
why are
it.
you so pissed off?
That's it.
Stop bringing your sexual fantasies on AOC.
I call her all the time.
I know.
Like,
that's the
honestly,
problem.
I've called Nancy Pelosi more than I've called her.
You probably want to date her too.
She's hot.
Republican conservative sexual frustration is ruining this country.
Nancy's so hot.
Get back in there.
Oh. You know you want to date her.
Awooga.
Nancy loves California so much that she is doing such an awesome job out in that state. She's moving to Florida because even she can't stand herself. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, she bought
Talking about a house.
place down here. Yeah.
What?
She can't even stand
That
herself.
was, that was a story
She's
like
like-
a month ago. Yeah.
She's like,
I
she
missed
bought a house
these
that.
somewhere
people
in
suck.
Florida.
I'm out. Like you're
And
those
she's
people.
Already said
Don't
after,
matter.
She's already said after 2022 she's going to retire. So yeah, in the next 18 months you'll probably see her be bopping down the street.
Why would she want to live in California after she's ruined it?
Well, she can live in Broward County. That's kind of like California.
Is it?
Yeah, she can go down to Miami area.
She
probably.
knows that treason
East Coast.
is a forcible felony in the state of Florida, right?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
She doesn't care.
I don't think so.
Oh, I think she's gonna care.
I don't think she's
Like
coming.
somebody's gonna take her up on it.
I don't think she's coming to Sarasota.
No.
Well, it's
She'll
not
on
gonna
the
be
other
me.
coast.
But someone's gonna go, "You're a treasonous bitch."
But it might be you.
It's not gonna be me. Too busy.
That's treason.
Like honestly, she's not even worth my time. The only reason I called her because I was drunk.
The problem though is she'll be
Hey,
retired.
baby.
It has to be imminent treason. If she's retired, it's past treason.
Oh,
It's
okay.
retroactive
That is
treason.
true. Don't be shooting Nancy Pelosi because it's
That's why
past
she
treason.
ain't coming down until after she retires.
Right. You're like, nope. I got it all figured
It's
out.
funny. I quit treason 6 months ago.
There it is. I retired from treason.
That's right.
Retired.
What, a nice little condo on the beach?
Right.
Wonder if she lives near Donald Trump.
What's that? Probably.
They're all in the same area down there.
She's probably going to be like campaigning
country
for him. She's like,
clubs.
hey, I tried it my way. Boy, did that suck. Holy crap. I mean, I got some dumb people voting for me, but wow, was that a bad now that I need my money, DT, tell me how we're going to do it. All right? All right. So we got things to talk about. We'll check that off. Happy anniversary. Treasonous bitch. All right, so,
How about our toast?
oh, we didn't do the toast. That's right. And Julie got a nice one. right, so everybody get their beverage of choice.
Beverage.
All right. So to start the new year off. No.
Close. Close.
All right, ready? Everybody got their beverage? Beverage. Live studio on us. All right. May your pockets be heavy and your heart be light. May good luck pursue you each morning and night. Have a great 2022. Let's make it the greatest year ever.
2022.
Python's on. Happy New Year, you freaks.
Susie's on. Lou Soto.
Nice.
Ryan Smith, our coastie.
Coach Dave. You know
Pass.
what? Remind me to wear my I Love My Coastie shirt
I
next
will.
week.
Python's on.
Where I love my coasters.
You are too good to me.
Fernando's on.
All
All
right.
the way from Wichita.
Like, whole family's here.
Yeah.
We're gonna crank this up. We're gonna do some new. We're gonna try some new stuff this year on Frontside Press. We're gonna, instead of me just drinking and telling you what I want to do, we're actually gonna drink and then actually do it. How's that sound?
Okay, sure.
All right. Everybody go with that? All right. So I got some questions. Okay. So first, the ATF letter. Right. What company was it? Do you remember what company it was?
You have to ask me this one.
Now remember, none of the stuff we're about to talk about.
Diversified Machine.
All right. I am not an attorney, so please do not take advice from me.
Attorneys.
All right.
Smoke weed every day.
But you can't have your
You-
concealed carry permit at the same time.
What about a cannon?
I don't
You know anything about cannon
I do
law?
not.
What about a switchblade?
Will you please go to college and get your degree and study canon law, please?
Yeah, I'll do
Like his deal. It's going to be big in the future.
I'll just skip like 10 grades.
It's all crap
Cannons.
anyway.
5 years.
Canon law.
So anyways, canon law. No. So, and correct me if I'm wrong because I'm about to talk shit. Okay? So what was the name of the company?
Diversified Machine.
All right. So what they were doing is they were making parts, which they were calling solvent traps. Is that correct? They were just making parts.
Right, it's just different. They call them suppressor components, but I guess it depends on your definition
Right.
of what a suppressor component
So what it was,
Solvent trap.
the ATF said, oh yeah, this is fine. If you bought these parts without intentions of making a suppressor, like a brace. Like you cannot buy a brace with the intentions of shouldering it. But if you buy it without the intentions of shouldering it, and then later on decide to shoulder it, that's okay. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not answering that question
All right.
because they'll probably change their mind.
They gotta change their mind on it, right?
so
what
right
they
this
did is they
minute.
said, well, if you're just doing this to make a solvent trap or whatever, that's fine. But if you decide later on you change your mind and you want to make it a suppressor, you do your form 1, right? And it's okay, it's legal. Right? Now they've gone like this. Well, we've changed our mind. So everybody that did that is now a felon unless you turn it in.
Wait, that's illegal.
You have no idea how true that is. All right? So they're just making up laws now. So what they're doing is they're sending out a letter to everybody and telling them to turn their parts in. Like what the letter says is, you know, you must turn it in because we have no paperwork of you doing whatever. So
So voluntarily,
let us know if you
let us
legally
know that you did a
if you
crime.
legally made it into a suppressor that we have decided is not
Now
legal
illegal.
anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of like the bump stocks.
It's like this. It's like telling people it is not illegal to have a child outside of wedlock. And then 3 years later, after they have a kid, going, nope, change their mind. It's now illegal. Turn your kid in. It's like, I'm not a lawyer. Am I close?
Kind of. I was thinking more bump stocks than kids, but whatever.
Like, no grandfather clause. Like, we don't know if you did it or not, but if you did do it,
Tell us.
you should turn it in, because there's no way for us to prove that.
I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. Can't prove anything.
I've got the letters right here.
Right? What does it say? Am I close? Am I wrong at any point?
The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms is responsible for enforcing federal firearm laws. ATF has received information that you have acquired or have attempted to acquire one or more silencer kits, silencers, or silencer parts from Diversified Machine, which have been determined to be silencers, none of which are registered to you in the National Firearms Registration and Transfer Record as required by the National Firearms Act. And then it goes on to say, blah, 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 you're in violation. So basically, right, you bought the parts. So this company and a bunch of other companies apparently were raided by the ATF. So they raided the companies, seized all their assets, seized their website, and went through their selling history.
Because they have changed the law.
And anybody who bought anything from the company
Or emailed them, or
Right.
called them,
Got this
or
generic
didn't
letter
even buy anything.
that says you may have this, and if you have,
like their
it's
Facebook
illegal, send it back.
So here's the deal.
So anybody who's ever ordered anything or whatever from the company got this same generic letter.
So I don't have any of those parts. I don't have anything to do with that company. But I do have this, and I'd like to turn this in.
Well, that is a deadly weapon that should be registered.
Were they advertising it as suppressor parts? Or were they
I don't know if they're advertising that. The letter says suppressors or suppressor kits or
Here's
whatever.
the deal. The ATF went, that's fine. And then they went, you know what? We changed our mind.
Oh no, I don't think.
Solvent trap is code word for suppressor.
Suppressor with no hole in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, here's the deal. People bought this stuff because the ATF said it's okay. Then they sent in a form after they decided, you know what, this thing that looks like something I use at the end of the barrel that I clean with, because I'm sure they didn't, just want to use it, make it into a suppressor right off the bat. Right, but then they changed their mind and they put in a Form 1 and the ATF said, that's all fine. Wait your 6, 8, 10 months, pay us our $200, right? And they're all legal. The ATF's like, that's all legal. And now the ATF goes, oh, you felons! Like,
Tell us.
what I want to know is, why can't we charge the ATF with being a bunch of jackasses?
Because they're the ATF.
Like misdemeanor jackassness? Maybe even felony jackassness.
Maybe because they're.
Felony jackassery.
Like, there's a bunch of government agencies out there that should be arrested,
But they're
right?
government
I'm
agents.
sorry that you're a bunch of communist people.
Jimmy Camp wants to know how you
Fanatics.
like Mule Cup.
I like it.
Use it.
It's like a, I don't know, it's got a,
Like a dragon.
Is it a fish?
I want to say it's a dragon, but it's probably more like a mermaid's tail. I don't know.
So
I'm
anyway,
digging it.
apparently if you have a suppressor that you haven't registered, you need to register it, which is what the law already is. So
That's not what they're saying. They're saying turn it in.
but that's because you already have it and didn't do the Form 1 first.
No, they're
Yes.
sending it to people who did, oh, yeah, what?
No,
You're
because
not allowed to do a Form 1 and buy parts that are suppressor, like, the suppressor rules.
Yeah. It's like anything else. You're supposed to get the form before you build the
Before
suppressor.
you build the suppressor. All right.
So these people apparently ordered all the parts and may or may
Which
not
was
have
legal.
built the suppressor and never got the form. So they're
Right.
saying then basically, if you have it, you need to turn it in because you did
It's
it backwards,
contraband.
basically.
It's
That's
contraband.
a very good ATF explanation of what they did.
I'm just reading you the letter, man.
Well, here's the deal.
You think they're going to
I
rely on a
know.
letter from the
Here's deal.
government?
I have a friend. She got a letter.
Friend?
She got a letter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she did legally.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're saying you must turn it in.
So they're telling her in this letter that she is not in the registry, the ATF's registry.
Because I guess the ATF doesn't know how to use their registry.
No, they're saying that they're getting a list of people that bought these items from this company. and then they're running those names in the
Against the
ATF
NFTR.
stamp database and saying, "Whoa, this person
No, they're
ordered
not.
salmon trap, but there's not
No,
a
they're
Form 1."
not.
That's
No.
what the letter says.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, you want
Look
me
at
to
the
read it
letter.
again?
Read what it
I
says.
just read it.
We have no whatever. Like, here's the deal. I'm telling you, she only has registered suppressors. They're telling her she doesn't.
It says, ATF has received information that you have acquired or have attempted to acquire one or more silencer kits / silencers or silencer parts
going.
from diversified machine,
Keep going.
which have been determined to be silencers,
Keep
none
going.
of which are registered to you in the National Firearms Registration and Transfer Record.
Which is a lie.
Well,
Because
then-
hers,
But those are legal then.
Yeah, then hers is legal.
no,
She just needs
they're
to send
saying,
them a
No.
it says it right there.
No.
They're saying right
No.
there that they have
No.
no record of her doing that.
Right.
But she should have a record. You're telling me she has a record. She
She
did
has a
it.
record.
She's got a tax stamp.
She has a tax stamp.
Then she just
But
writes a very
then
nice
they
letter
just said,
back to them and go,
or
"Here's
she
my
ordered
tax stamp."
3 and they only have
No.
2 or whatever. It's a
No.
generic letter. You're not listening to me.
I am listening to you.
No, you're not.
I'm
all
telling you
they
what the reality
did,
of.
no, all they did
Misdemeanor murder.
was run the names, and if they didn't match, they sent a letter. If her defense is bullshit, you should match, then what? She has nothing to turn in then, because she has a form for it already. She can shred it and throw it in the
No,
garbage.
you're thinking logically right now.
Oh, you know something else though?
She
What
got
if
a
she had
letter
gun trust?
that isn't true. She got a letter that isn't true. That's it. You can tell me what it
What?
reads.
What?
I can tell you the reality of the situation is she has formed her suppressor.
So you're telling me this government agent made a mistake?
I'm telling you, it's a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, so your friend, it sounds like the government may not have matched up her name properly with this, but
No, that's what he's telling you.
no, but that's
But
what
that
you're
has to be
telling
it,
me.
because the
It's
letter
not it.
says
The letter
they don't match,
says-
and she says she has one.
Right.
They're not telling her to turn in legitimately registered Form 1 suppressors
Right.
that are in her
She
possession.
doesn't have
They are not
any
telling
other
her
in her
that.
possession.
But they are not telling her that.
What is this? Why'd she send her a letter then?
Because
Because
they sent it
they
to
sent her a
everybody
letter.
whose name's on the list.
They're saying the
Oh,
names.
so they don't know.
Correct.
It's like carpet.
So that's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm telling you. But they're not telling her to send it back in.
It's like fishing.
If
Because she's not, she has the form
If
for
hers
them.
is legal, she's fine.
Right. Shred it. Wipe her ass with it. Put it on the wall in a frame. Whatever she wants to do.
Just like everybody else who got the letter will do.
Correct.
Cindy, have I told you how much I love you? I just want you to know. Hey,
Uh-oh.
I love you too. Don't get jealous. I just told you 10 seconds ago. Holy crap. Is
The
he
bigger
a-
issue is you're right. Prior
Baby
to
guys, you know what I'm
a
talking about.
year ago, they said those solvent traps were legal. Then they turned around and said that they're not. And now you got to turn them in.
They're just sending it out to anybody that ever liked their Facebook
That's what it
page.
said. That's right. That's what the Truth About Guns article says. It's literally anybody who's ever bought anything from this company got one of these letters.
Not even bought, had anything to do with it.
Well,
So are the
it said
fuel
bought, but
filters still good though?
What's that?
The fuel filters?
Look. Listen, you got a bunch of jackasses that don't know anything about guns in charge of the firearm agency.
I've seen the movies. Can't you just use a pillow? Like, I don't understand what the issue is.
I saw a guy put a potato over a revolver and shot it.
Potato,
It was like
a
this.
pillow. Well, that was in No Country for Old Men or whatever. You put the potato.
water bottle.
The water bottles,
Yeah.
the caps on the ends. I've
Right,
seen
here's the
on
deal.
The Walking
Here's the
Dead,
deal.
they
Listen.
screw all that crap on the end of it so they can kill
I'm
the
down
zombies
the
while
bottom
they're
of this
working the other
cup,
ones.
so let's not talk
I don't
about stuff
understand.
that you could actually use.
You can
Let's not
just use a freaking pillow.
just put it over.
Nobody in the hotel room next door hears jack shit.
No, it's shit. The revolver. The revolver doesn't shoot sound, noise,
No.
and fire out the gap
No.
between the cylinder because
Just use
they're
the
so
pillow.
safe.
Use the
Just
pillow.
put a pillow over it.
Correct. Use the pillow. Nobody ever know. So I don't understand why these people are wasting money anyway.
$200.
Right. Yeah, freaking use a pillow.
Call what's his name that
You can
supports
use a
Trump?
potato.
What's his name? The best pillow ever. What's that guy's name?
My pillow.
My Pillow.
Yeah, my pillow guy.
Maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe they're working
You
their
don't think
way.
that place will be rated next and you'll
Oh,
get
yeah,
that
my pillow.
You
That's
hear
my
you bought a
pillow.
pillow and that's considered a
The
silencer.
ATF. Hope they don't come for the F-bomb can.
Well, and they're calling them silencers. I thought suppressors was the official.
No, ATF calls them silencers.
Well, you don't even know
On
what
the
that
don't
is.
ATF
silence
forms,
things.
yeah.
Do they tell you you can't buy a clip for your gun either? An ATF.
I don't know, but they
You
spell
got a high
machine gun
capacity
as
clip,
one
sir.
word.
No, I don't.
High capacity clip.
I got this 53 round Glock bag though. About one clip. I bet you if you look through my garage, you could probably find some, but they're not high capacity. It was like 10 rounds.
Rita's on.
So yes, retroactive. They do that crap all the time.
Who's on?
Rita.
Reed!
Rita.
Just saw Reed yesterday. All right. So
Bradley.
ATF letter. Check. Dickheads. And here's the deal. I worked for the ATF. I did stings with them. And I love the guys I worked with. But I can tell you what. They are definitely not like this. Like I worked with a guy that was in a gunfight down in Puerto Rico. That the guy shot him in his barrel.
Wow.
You know what the odds are of that? 1 in 20 million.
I don't know. I see Hawkeye do that shit all the time.
That's the odd guy do that shit. He got shot here. He didn't know it. And then one right in the barrel. He says it went boom. Right. And he has the bullet. Sig gave him the bullet. It's square. It's rectangle like that. You can see the line like this.
So we had a
with the two
reverse
bullets.
squib load.
What's the yeah,
A reverse squib
load.
load.
So in the latest Suicide Squad movie, the one guy shoots a bullet that's like that big,
Yeah.
and the other guy shoots a smaller bullet,
And they hit.
it hits on the tip, and it splits this bullet apart and goes through it, and then shoots the guy in the neck.
That shit's real.
And he says, "How'd you do that?" He goes, "Smaller bullets."
22 long rifle. That's self-defense round, I guess.
I'm just telling you.
In case somebody shoots
It
at you.
literally
with a bullet,
went-
you're shooting their bullet. That shit's real.
And then in the
That's the same
Hawkeye,
people that did Wanted though. With
Hawkeye had a arrow at the top that was wood and one at the bottom that wasn't, and he shot them both.
Yeah.
And the wood one went forward, and then the other one went through and split the wood one. So then there were 3 arrows and shot 3 guys in the neck.
That shit's real.
So what the hell you need a salt trap for? Just get your freaking bow and arrow.
Get a bow with 3 hours. You shoot
No,
3 people
man.
at the same time with 2 hours.
His own arrow split the arrow he shot at the same time, mind you. I don't know physics how that works.
Obviously,
And
the
it
wood arrow
split it
goes faster than
in
the real arrow.
3 and right through 3 throws. It was freaking awesome. Well, that's how they do it. You ever see that? That guy has no like pressure on his, but he just. I'm like, you can't shoot a freaking bow and arrow like that. His string is like, and I'm like, that's not
Who are you, Cupid?
freaking Marvel. I mean, I know you got like aliens coming.
Anyway, first of all, I love Marvel.
Wipe
I
it
don't
off.
care. I don't.
have to
I don't
plan
care
it,
if
but at
Hawkeye
least have
shoots crappy. I
some
don't
reality in
care.
your freaking arrows.
You know what we did when what is it? Endgame came out,
Mm-hmm.
right? We had Julie sleep over for the weekend, and we watched all the Marvel movies in order, in time order, not the way they
I was
came
gonna say,
out.
wait, yeah. We've been.
Right.
She went with
so
time
Captain
order.
America,
Captain America went first. Yep.
right? Then Captain Marvel,
Yep. Because
right?
it's in
And
the
just
90s.
worked it on through, right?
Yep.
Disney has it set up that way. You can either watch it theatrical release order or timeline order. So
Timeline.
she started with the timeline order.
That's the way to do it. It was awesome. It was a great weekend, wasn't
It
it?
was a great weekend.
I
Yeah.
started Loki last night.
What?
I started Loki last night.
Loki's awesome. I love Loki. I don't care.
I haven't watched it.
I don't
Little
know.
bastard. I love him.
If I was watching Star Wars in time order, I never would have made it to the good movies.
I know, right? You watch the prequels and you bail. Yeah.
Anybody watch not to get off track.
We have a track.
We're still talking about guns.
Anybody watch the
Smaller
Book of
bullets.
Boba Fett?
Yeah, it's kind of boring so far.
Don't tell me anything about the second one. We haven't seen the second one because it came out. We didn't get to watch it last night. Like the first one, I was just like,
Yeah.
that did not live up to the hype.
No. It's a little boring.
So
The second one's a little bit better, but it's
It'll
not.
get better. Well, we're like,
It doesn't
do you
have,
remember
you
what was
know.
the one with what's her name in it?
What are you talking about?
The chick, the witch, Scarlet Witch.
Oh, WandaVision?
WandaVision. Right? Do you remember watching the first one? You were like, what the hell? Right? And the second one was like, I don't really get it. And then it started, and then you were like, did you watch that? Because the end of it, I was like, yeah!
Yeah, I don't know.
Why? Why do I
The
have
woman-
you on the show? You're
the
watching, I
woman-
guess.
The woman kidnapped and tortured like an entire town full of people for like 2 months, and they're like, I'm sorry that you're sad. Go have a nice day. That bitch should be in jail. Spoiler alert. She tortured like a
How
half
about
a
in jail?
town. Those
How about in
kids
jail? You
couldn't
gotta
get out of the
put
bathroom. They couldn't get out of bed to go to
She
the
can
bathroom.
kill Thanos!
Right.
Or whatever. All right, so back to the paper. All right, So now we're going to get to my favorite part of the show right now, the topic. All right?
The movie reviews?
No, the city of New York or state or whoever they are, crime is not a crime. Like, the crime may be lefty liberals, right? Because this is going to be good when they unleash this, right? Because I don't know how this played out in their mind where they're all sitting around going, you know, we ought to go. We ought to make, because, you know, most of our voters are criminals, right? We should make it so they don't get arrested. What can we do? We can make armed robbery not a crime.
they
That's
have
not
to
really
keep,
that bad.
They got to keep the felonies off their record so they
Right,
can,
so they can vote.
They can still vote, right?
Because obviously
And carry a gun.
they're about to suffer, right? So they made it so armed robbery is a misdemeanor.
Correct.
So let me ask you this. If you and I are out doing armed robbery and you shoot somebody, do I get charged with misdemeanor murder now?
He's back to his misdemeanor
No, because
murder.
it was only.
No.
It's only no.
Yeah. Tell him.
No,
Tell him.
it's only
That's canon
misdemeanor
law.
if there's no serious injuries. If you armed robber a place and serious injury a person, they may still charge you with a felony.
Not if you're a Democrat.
Well, that's a whole different issue.
Because then you still got to vote. People's lives don't matter.
That's
Votes
a whole
do.
different issue. That's a
Look
whole
at
different
AOC.
issue.
Hey, I was terrified. Whatever. Okay.
That's a
Misdemeanor
whole
murder.
different issue.
I ain't going down like that for your bad decisions. Misdemeanor murder. You know I'm right. You know I'm right.
No, because you can't murder
When you
somebody
guys were
without committing
trespassing
without serious
and you killed the
without
guy,
serious
misdemeanor
injuries.
murder. That's what it is.
Without serious injuries.
Whatever. You think it really matters to them?
It's like everything else.
Charge them after we
It
vote.
always depends on who does the killing and who was killed. That's always what it means.
Democrats are killing everybody.
So,
Unless they break into a house and somebody shoots them, then it's a Republican killing a Democrat. But anyways,
so if the bad guy,
see, she's on my side.
well, I'm trying to figure this out.
No,
So
you got it. You're
Bad
right.
guy in New York City points a gun at somebody, says, "Give me all your goods," or whatever they
They
say.
don't really mean they're going to
Okay,
hurt somebody.
but anyway,
I listened
and
to
then
the
the
DA.
other guy's wife whips out her gun and shoots the guy.
Criminal!
But I'm saying,
Did you have a Trump shirt
but
on?
she doesn't kill him. Is
illegal
the
bitch.
criminal still charged with misdemeanor murder, even though only he was injured?
Well, if he didn't die, it probably not.
Misdemeanor. And you know it. You know I'm right with misdemeanor murder.
No, I think you'd have to seriously injure somebody else. No, if the original criminal gets hurt, they'd probably pay his medical bills and she might get sued.
That's true.
Like, here's what I'm going to ask. If you're in Polk County and a guy breaks into your house and you shoot him in the friggin' face, do you get to have lunch with Grady Judd?
Probably.
No, Grady Judd might do a risk protection order against you.
Do a what?
A risk protection order, red flag law.
If you shoot a bad guy breaking into your house?
Are you aware that Polk County does the most red flag laws of every other county in the state?
I'm aware that Grady Judd likes people that shoot
No,
bad guys.
he doesn't.
No, he likes cops who shoot
Correct.
guys.
And he may tell you
I
on the
did not.
TV to shoot bad guys. But the #1 county in the state of Florida that does red flag risk protection orders is Polk County.
Still love Grady
The
Judd.
#2
That's it.
county, Hillsborough County, and the #3 county, Pinellas County. So he outranks the 2 leftist counties to the north of us for risk protection
I'm
orders.
going to have to call him.
Everybody loves. I'm
gonna have to call
I'm
him.
not necessarily spanking the guy, but I'm just saying he ain't as pro Second Amendment as everybody
Yeah.
likes to claim. That guy is pro Second Amendment.
I don't care. He hates criminals.
But
But it depends on who he thinks the criminal
we
Right.
is.
got to find
Who
out.
he
I
thinks
got to
is
call
the
him. Call him
criminal.
about
If you
the
got
red
an
flag.
RPO, he
You know
thinks
we're
you're
on
a
the
criminal.
same news show, right?
Ask him why does his county have the highest number of risk
I'm gonna
protection
ask
orders? I'd like to hear what his answer is.
I got the Grady Judd doll, so on the way home I'm going to be like, why do you do red flag law?
We should have him on
You
the
should.
show.
Why do you do red flag law?
Call him up. Let's.
The most.
I'm talking to a producer. Call him up.
I will.
See if we can get him here.
I think he did almost like 2,000 of them in 2021.
Who
That's a
signs
lot.
off on that?
What do you mean?
Judges.
The sheriff? No,
Well,
the sheriff
yeah.
does the petition.
yeah.
All right. We'll find out about that. I want to ask him about that.
And then
See
the
if I
judge
can ask
has
him
to
what-
sign off on it, though.
Please do. Well, the judge eventually has to sign the petition, yeah.
You know what I bet
Or
you
the
we
order.
could get on the show? Freaking Sheriff Mark Lamb out in Arizona. I bet you we can bring him in. You know who you call about that, right?
No.
The Cannon. Because the Cannon could get him on the
Oh,
show.
yeah.
Cannon's got pull.
Yes, he does.
But anyway, the DA in New York is crazy.
Off topic.
You think?
A little bit.
Not can.
So his thing is, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not an attorney. Okay? That he says that if they don't really use the gun to shoot anybody, it's just not that bad.
Correct.
It's not a big deal.
Basically, yeah.
So could I go rob him at gunpoint? And that's not a big deal?
Yeah, under his new rule, you would be charged with a misdemeanor.
And that's okay, right? That doesn't affect any of my licenses, right?
No. Well,
We're living in the wrong state.
no. Well, because
Because you know what? It's hard to go to work every day.
we run into this problem with misdemeanor definitions all the time. This
Like misdemeanor murder?
the federal government defines a felony as anything punishable by a year in jail. So
Is it
you could
1
go
year or 2 years?
1 year.
Okay.
So you could go, and I've had this run into a problem, where like you could be
I'm not
convicted,
arguing with you
let's say
on
in
this.
Michigan with
Yeah.
a crime, and Michigan calls it a misdemeanor, but you can get 3 years in jail for that misdemeanor.
In a real state?
As far as the federal government's concerned, no, in Michigan. And Michigan
okay.
has a
All right,
misdemeanor, and the punishment for that misdemeanor is 2 years in jail.
Okay.
Even though Michigan calls it a misdemeanor, you're getting denied on a background check because the federal government says it's a felony because it's more than a year in the county jail. So when you say,
what is the
if you
penalty
get-
for misdemeanor murder?
well, I don't know, there's no such thing.
Oh,
So
don't
if
even
you get
try.
a misdemeanor armed robbery, New York may charge you as a misdemeanor, but you could theoretically get more than a year in the county jail, so
But
it
they said
still
they
may
weren't
affect
even-
your license.
Did they not say they weren't going to prosecute it?
No, they weren't going to seek incarcerative sentences.
What does that mean?
They won't send you to jail.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means they won't send you to jail.
So I go up there and I rob somebody at gunpoint,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they catch me, which I doubt because they don't have any money to pay cops anymore, right? But say I don't know, I surrender or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, I'm guilty of misdemeanor murder, all right, whatever the case. They're gonna take me to court and then not sentence me.
Well, they'll sentence you to not
So it's like a
jail.
traffic
You get probation, something along
Restitution,
like that. Correct.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
trying.
here's what's going to happen. Because one of the crimes that they said they're not going to prosecute anymore is resisting without violence. So you can run away from. So you arm robber somebody. Don't seriously injure any of them. Run away from the cops when they get there, and
Fight
maybe
the cops.
they catch you
Fight
down
the
the road,
cops.
resisting a little bit.
Yeah.
They'll take you to jail
Yeah.
because of their
Cry baby
bail.
lefty policy.
Because of their bail policy,
Which is what?
they'll let you out without having to post any money. Then when you come to court, they're going to charge you with a misdemeanor and not incarcerate you.
If
Correct.
you come to court.
Why do I work all day?
You might as well come to court because they're not going to do anything to you.
Why do I work all day? Here's the deal. I don't see this going wrong.
No, I see New York tourism like going through the roof.
Yeah, it should be.
Why wouldn't you want to go there, knowing that you
Well,
can be armed
why
robbed?
not? You can
The
rob
guy's not
people.
going to go to jail.
Well, he
Like people are
said
paying paintball, you go up there and you rob people with a real gun.
he said we have to look at crime differently. that
That is not crime?
yes, what we consider crimes really aren't crimes. If a
Like misdemeanor murder?
If a homeless person steals bread and cheese from a grocery store,
They can
that
get it for
should
free from the
not be
government.
considered a crime. Well, that's true. But okay, if a homeless person steals beer and cigarettes from a convenience
They
store,
they can get that. EBT cards, or what are they called?
well, that shouldn't be considered a crime.
No,
Well-
because the only thing about a crime is if you're upset that Biden cheated on the election. Now that
Well, but
is like killing people in Hawaii.
I'm not a big lefty, but I'm not concerned with a homeless guy who steals food because he's hungry. But that is a far different than somebody who uses a gun to arm rob a convenience store for cash.
To buy
Like,
drugs.
you can have
Or whatever he's gonna
like you
buy.
can have levels of possession of marijuana. No, I don't care about that. But armed robbery, I care about. So
definitely care about that.
there are certain crimes that you can look at as not as serious crimes, but armed robbery.
Like
I mean,
It's fine.
Right,
You
armed
know why it's
robbery. I
fine?
mean, it's a gun.
Because the state
or a knife
is going to
or
keep
something.
legal, law-abiding citizens
Right.
from getting guns
Well-
so that they can't fight back against all the criminals that just said it's okay to rob people.
The irony
Because that's what they just said.
is one of the charges that they're not going to make felonies anymore is possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. So if you're in New York and you're a convicted felon with a gun, they're not going to prosecute
would
you
you
and put you
even
in
say
jail
that?
for that.
Why
But they
would you
have the
even
most
say
strictest
that
gun
in
laws in
front
the
of-
world that say you can't even take your gun to the target range. So they're
Why would you say
contradictory.
that in front of me? I didn't even know that. Why would you tell me that? You
They're
know better than that.
contradictory.
You know better than that.
I'm just telling you. They're not going to
How
prosecute
well
gun
do you know me?
crimes
How well do you
in
know
the
me?
city that has high
He's
gun
like, you know what
crimes.
I'm gonna say? I'm gonna wait till the end of the show, and then I'll drop this one on him. Watch, it's gonna be hilarious. His head's gonna actually blow up, and then we're gonna clean it up before we leave.
Also, they're not going to seek incarcerative sentence of anything ever more than 20 years. So life in prison in the city of New
Criminals are
York.
people too.
Life
You
in,
racist bastard.
life in prison in the city of New York is now off the table. You're either murdering somebody
Crime is fine.
or getting 20 years.
Oh, you were probably in D.C.
They
last
can
year.
never seek anybody more than 20 years.
Oh, you should be in.
I wasn't in D.C. last year.
You should be in jail.
I wasn't in D.C. last year.
That's enough out of you.
I was nowhere near that place. I will not be associated with the worst day in the multiverse,
A day
the
of
universe,
infamy.
the quantum realm, whatever the hell you want to talk about.
Thanos
It.
is okay,
That's
but
right.
Captain America, it's gotta go.
That's right.
And we all know it.
Exactly.
That guy wiped
They
out.
should have given the gauntlet to Bucky.
That guy wiped out half the universe, and that was still not as bad as January 6th.
Like, let's be honest, it wasn't.
Half the universe, January 6th. Come on.
Like, really, what was worse?
Of course.
Obviously. Obviously.
Duh.
Thanos.
He's my cousin.
I think Thanos may have been the guy with the horns on his head.
But he wasn't purple and didn't have a weird.
Thanos is awesome. He didn't vote for Trump.
Okay.
Thanos was right.
All right, give me three, give me three, give me three. We'll get Mark out of here. He's probably gone already. I don't even know what I'm talking about. No, it ain't 128. 63. Sean Hill.
Probably.
There you go. 6. Sean Hill. $54. Ha. Let's see who gets it. Let's see who gets it. Oh, Lewis.
Who is he? He's an asshole, sir. I know that. What's his name? That is his name, sir.
Sergeant
Asshole.
Asshole.
Major asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole too, sir. Gun is made first class Philip Asshole.
Surrounded
The
by
assholes we
assholes.
got on this ship anyhow.
I knew it. I'm
Dude, I'm
surrounded by
surrounded
assholes.
by assholes.
Keep firing, assholes!
Is that
You're
assholes
gonna
or a
get,
plane?
you're gonna get copyrighted
Must be
for
an
playing that
airport.
on your video.
Why
They're
always-
gonna, they're gonna slap
you
you with
don't
a,
know. Hey, you don't even know Canada.
they're gonna
Don't talk about this.
slap you with a copyright claim, and you're gonna have to pull the video down. YouTube will.
Oh, YouTube just sucks. So does Facebook.
That's where you're
Let's,
at, though.
let's see how many views we get tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what we ought to do? We ought to do a charity, like some sort of event, all right, to raise money to teach people at Facebook how to add.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because there's nothing better than looking at the post when I was allowed to look at them, and it said, "This one is 65,000, right? Just one post for that day. The next one was 100,000, right? And the one below that was 50,000. And then look up there and it says you have 70,000, 75,000 views. Like, where did you learn to add if that's 28 days of views? In 3 days, we're over 200,000. Whatever.
Bots, man.
They know what they're doing like you know Canada.
It's all
That's it.
bots. You have all them incels following you. That's your freaking problem.
You see the Canada I sent you? Mm-hmm. Well, we better start studying up on Canada law then, huh?
I got it. Give me 20 years.
Poor pumpkin.
And then my buddy's like, hey, I got one of those cannons. I'm like, is that a cannon that shoots a cannon? He's like, no, it goes on the end of your rifle, like your AR, and you shoot it. You ever seen that? Mm-mm. And it shoots a soda can.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you're about to.
Oh, you're gonna need a stamp for that soon.
Yeah, probably. Like, here's the deal.
If I had to guess, does it quiet the soda in any way? Then yeah, you're gonna need a stamp for that.
So you shoot it right into
A soda can.
shoot
You
it right
can.
into
I've
a tree
seen them
and
use
blow
that
it.
as suppressors too. Soda
Not
can.
a soda can.
Did you
Gatorade bottle.
see the
Sure, I'm seeing Walking Dead.
ATF brought back the e-form for Form 4? So
No,
it came back in December. So a few years ago, you could electronically file your
Yep.
E4, and it was really fast, and
Yep.
so it crashed the system. So they just took it down, and they just brought it back up the end of December. Yes, but there's buts, big buts. So big buts. So the e-form can only be used by dealers to sell to individuals. So right now, individuals can't use it to put things into their trust. And my understanding is dealers can't use it if somebody's doing a trust. But here's the good news. If you're buying something as an individual from a dealer
Yeah.
and they use the e-form, you can have your stamp within 90 days. The ATF swears, I know, the government swears that their processing time will be no more than 90 days, and if they start getting backlogged, they're hiring more ATF agents to keep it down to 90 days. I believe I
You're
tried.
making up lies to make me feel better.
It's what
and I
they
love you
say.
for it. All right, so you guys got
It's
to
what
walk
they
us through
say.
getting our cans, okay? Can we do that? I know you're less busy than her, so we're gonna lean on you. He's like, it's not important to me, but I want Julie to get her cans.
So we actually have clients now that are getting ready to buy their suppressor as an individual or their short barrel rifle as an individual going through the e-form system and then paying another $200 to put it in their trust later on. Because they'll have that.
Yeah, you can get it faster.
You'll get it faster.
You gotta wait 6 to 9 months for your trust.
And you
It
can
cost me
still
$400
use
to
it.
make my
got the
It'll
press
cost you
The problem is it costs you an
$400.
extra
Yeah.
$200. Yeah.
Yep.
You have to pay another $200
But so many people, for them, it's worth it.
because they don't have to wait the extra.
They
It's
month.
gonna cost me $400 to put a stock on my shockwave.
Correct.
Even though I got a brace on it right now because I'm worried that I could get attacked in the
You put a
middle of the
brace
night
on there.
and shot in one arm and have to use one arm to shoot it. And that's why I got the brace, because I'm very concerned about that.
Just keep it a little loose so you can slide your arm right in, like it's original purchase.
Whatever. What else would you use it for?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it's original, intended, manufactured, patented purpose. Correct.
I have bad arms. So I want a cannon. So I don't have to hold it. Put my foot up against it, let it shoot a pumpkin. Like my boy Paul sent me the video. In his driveway. Boom! I was like, was that what I thought it was? Cannon versus pumpkin. I'd ask about the law, but obviously nobody knows anything about it, so we're just gonna not.
Nope.
Would you have any
All right.
winners yet?
I don't
Got
know.
any winners yet? They doing the math?
While we're doing that, I'm
Talk
gonna,
about
once
math.
again, I want to thank my sponsors. All right. So my king sponsor, Johnny Custom Glocks. I know. Wow. She's counting numbers and doing sound effects. And is Mark still in there with you? No. Yeah. See, he's been gone. He was like, "Put this in your ear," and then he was gone. Just enough to hassle me. Who do we got? Who do we got for winners?
Number 6, take a guess.
Sean Hilton. So Sean Hilton was number 6. Okay.
Wow, I'm so shocked.
James Gerard, he hasn't been on the winning list for a while, so
No.
welcome back.
I didn't even see him up there.
And what else? And who was the third one? Oh, the Sprad Monster. The ass fraud.
He's in there several times.
Yep. We're gonna put. I want to put some more stuff in it this month.
Yeah.
So you and I are gonna talk like I want to put stuff like a rain jacket in there, like a poncho, right? I want to put. I just want to. Put some power bars in there, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I do like though?
What?
I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
Oh.
I love this. Yep, love it. But you guys haven't seen the one I got though, right? Because I bought this and another one at the same time. So we're up at the, not that we were on a military base, but at the trauma center. So anyways, ooh, we need to talk about knives. She got a Damascus knife for Christmas that her uncle made.
Very nice.
Oh. What is it? What? Where's he? Where can you buy him? Bam Bait and Tackle. There we go.
Where is that?
I don't know, but that's where Uncle's knives are for sale.
Cool.
So I got one. They had this one, which I was like, really freaking cool. Then I looked next to it. They had one like this long, and I'm like, I don't need that for anything, but I have to have it. So I didn't eat for 3 days, but I got a giant ass machete. So we put LEDs on it, pretend like it's a
Light it
giant
up. Yep,
machete
exactly.
lightsaber.
That'd be great.
Did you see the new ones? You guys see the new ones?
Lightsabers?
They look like lightsabers, but they're foam, so you can beat each other and they make noise. Oh yeah. Like they look like, remember the glass ones they had?
Sure, yeah.
They look like that,
They
like
light
they
up.
glow, but they make noise, like, and they're foam. So when I hit you in the head, it
You
goes,
can actually use them and not break them and shatter them. Yeah. No, I have not.
I've never seen Star Wars. I tried to watch the first one and fell asleep.
I don't know why they can't make a real one yet.
What? Why hasn't she watched Star Wars?
The
Canon Law?
first one.
She watched
or
Mandalorian, but she hasn't watched any of the movies.
The fourth one.
I don't know.
Then you're back to release order versus chronological order.
Hey, Anthony Leathers is on.
Someone put
Love
this
that guy.
movie on.
Anthony!
I think it was us.
I've never seen it, and I fell asleep.
Yeah, you spelled it.
It's hard because I just got a text from Matt, right? So Matt Carmen comes into town. So he lets us know so we can all go out.
Yep.
And I got to sit in between them. And I'm just like, man, I wish I had ugly friends.
Yeah, they are both good.
Like they're both former male models. Like, oh, let's go out. I'm like, no. You guys go out, take pictures, put it on Instagram, whatever. We'll FaceTime while you're out. Our short, ugly friend here is with us.
God.
Like the two of them taught my kid how to dress. Right? Honestly, I'm like, please talk to my son. He wears all black and his shoes are too long and he's getting ready to go to college. And they're like, no. Like, Matt goes into this list of the girls he just dated because it was back, was it 6 years ago or whatever. It's like, now it's like, will you take me shopping? And they're like, yeah, we'll take you shopping. But now, the little one is taking notes from the big one. So I put a shirt on there and I go, hey, I got a new shirt, how's it look? And he goes, like he's 10 years old, he goes, it actually, Dad, it goes great with those pants. I'm like, I'm thinking, I didn't ask you how it looked with these pants. I'm asking you if it fit.
I love your kids.
So Matt's coming into town, so I get to see the two of them together, so that's always a good time. All right.
Oh, look at that.
Oh!
Very nice.
You talk to me, I'll show you how to stab the hell out of bad people, which probably isn't illegal in New York. Well, if you stab bad people.
You stab them because it's
But
serious
if they
injury.
stab you, it's probably not, because, criminals are just
It's like
misunderstood.
anything else. It depends on who you are and who they are.
That's it. I like to see it. What do you mean you thought? That's not a thought. That's like you're questioning whether I wanted to see it. No, I wanted to see it. Those are awesome. All right? All right. So I'd like to thank you guys very much for being on the show once again and always coming on the first Tuesday.
We're always
What am I doing? How's that? Is that better?
we're always the first guest
I
of the
didn't put
year.
it on. I didn't put. That may not be true. Oh yeah, it's got to be true. No, it could not. Yeah. What if the first was a Friday? No, you'd still be the
on
first.
Tuesday, correct?
Yeah, still be the first Tuesday of the month.
Excuse me.
No matter what, it's always going to be the
It's always gonna be you guys.
Unless I guess if the first is on Thursday and you don't do a show because it's like New Year's or the actual New
Oh,
Year's
no, we're
Day
doing
or
a
whatever.
show because I want to know about canon law,
Right.
which I still don't know anything about canon law.
20 years.
But then most likely we'd still come the following
You know what's gonna
Thursday.
happen? I was gonna get a little cannon, but since you're going to law school and gonna learn canon law, I'm gonna save up. You get a big ass cannon, so when you get out, you're gonna be like, "That's legal, Mike." I'm like, "Thank
That's
you."
legal.
We have a cannon at the house.
And we haven't shot it yet.
It is one of those. It's one of those little ones, but it's a real one, so you can put the
Oh, he's back.
powder in there,
Been out there
and the
polishing his
BB in
cannon.
the pack, and you light the wick at the end, and it shoots the BB out like an actual cannon.
I got one. You got a micro cannon?
Yep, I do.
Bring it next time. I'll bring mine.
All right.
Ooh, have a war.
Oh, you guys measuring your
Yo.
cannons now? Your cannons measuring?
Mine's not micro.
What?
The company's in Venice.
Yeah,
What a
it's
big-ass cannon.
Alex's company does it.
Who?
Can't remember his first name was Alex. He used to come to all the MGT dinners and stuff back in the day and sell them.
Why don't you call him, see if we can get him on the show? We'll blow something up.
I'm on Facebook. I'll message him.
All right.
Yeah, dude, that'd be great to get him on the camera.
He's a weird, it's like outside. He's got a long, but no, his name's Alex. The company is here in town. They make the little micros and they sell the powder and everything that comes with it. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
We're going to have a micro cannon
Yeah,
competition.
he used to bring them to the shows or to all the MGT dinners back in the day. That's when I bought one.
Very nice.
Oh, we're going to get him on the show.
I'll message him. I'm
We're
sure he'd be
wrapping
happy
it
to
up.
come.
Hey, we will wrap it up before you start coming in and running your mouth. About my cannon.
I think cannons are NFA weapons.
Don't say that.
I have a client who has one in his living room, and
You got a howitzer or a cannon?
well, it's a.
Has he got a
it's not
seat
really
on it? He's like this?
cannon. It's more like a. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, anyway, we'll talk about it another time. But he had to get an stamp for part of it.
Is it semi-automatic?
There it is.
It's a.
Alexander
tank.
Sarnowski. You want me to see if he wants to come on the show?
Yeah.
I'll talk to him. Not
It's
right now, but
something
no,
that
I'll message
shoots
him.
tanks.
He's a local guy.
It what?
It shoots tanks, I believe. An anti-tank weapon.
We're talking about stuff they had on pirate ships.
I know you're talking about
Stuff that
cannon
won the
cannons.
We're
war.
talking about
with.
something with a freaking like
The first war.
scope on it.
I
Shit
don't
they
know.
probably had at January 6th.
The
Blowing
insurrection
down Nancy's doors.
shooting down the White House.
Correct.
It was
Correct.
horrible.
It was
you see AOC?
the worst
She was terrified.
day in
Ever.
history.
Those Japanese guys that bombed Pearl Harbor, they're okay. The guys that voted for Trump, insurrectionists. And the women. Oh, the women.
Clutching the pearls. Clutching the pearls. There's a man with a helmet taking my podium.
This is the deal. I talked to one of the cops up there like, that shit would have never happened. All right, so anyway, hey, with the sound effects.
Gotta be Satan doing
You
that.
start the music like playing you out. Well, all right, I guess we're done.
Hey, like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share, because next time that we pick Sean Hilton twice and somebody else gets a chance to win. I'll send you pictures of me out with the male models. Like, they're like this, and I'm like that. They're all like, and I'm like,
Is it raining or
is that rain?
Is that rain?
I don't know, we're
I
out of
think
here.
that's rain.
Thank you, everybody, for
said there was
supporting
no
Frontside
rain.
Press, because Facebook sure the hell doesn't.
Or is that their special effect?
That's your fault.